I'm going to go ahead and call the special council meeting to order. Madam Clerk, would you take the roll, please?
Yes, thank you, Madam Mayor. Councilmember Jill Valerius.
Yes.
Councilmember Sabrina Combs. Here. Councilmember Steve Carrington.
Here.
Councilmember Richard Best.
Here.
Councilmember Julie Berberick.
Here.
Deputy Mayor Linda Combs.
Here.
Mayor Edna DeVries.
Here.
All members present, Madam Mayor.
Thank you. If you all rise, please, and Deputy Mayor Linda Combs, would you lead us in the pledge, please?
Please do. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
The next item is the approval of the agenda, and on the table, and I would anticipate the council people that are online, it has been sent to them for the election certification. We have resolution 20-027. So we need to make that, and it will go under F, where it says election certification. Does everybody have a copy of that resolution? Okay. And online, Councilman Best, Councilwoman Combs, do you received a copy of that? Oh, okay, I think maybe she's sending it. Yeah.
Thank you. I was like, no, I don't think I did.
I sent it. Yep.
Okay.
Thank you, Mayor.
Councilman Best, do you have it?
It just came through.
Okay, all right, good, all righty. Okay, and so can I have a motion from the council regarding the approval of the agenda along with that addition to our agenda?
Madam Mayor,
Yes,
I would move to approve.
okay,
Madam Mayor, I'd like to second that.
okay. It's been moved and seconded that our agenda be approved as presented along with the resolution 20-027 under item F. Discussion, questions, comments, any amendments to the motion? Okay, seeing none, and Madam Clerk, would you take the roll?
Yes, thank you, Madam
Okay.
Mayor. Councilmember Jill Valerius.
Yes.
Councilmember Sabrina Combs.
Yes.
Councilmember Steve Carrington.
Yes.
Councilmember Richard Best.
Yes.
Councilmember Julie Berberick.
Yes.
Deputy Mayor Linda Combs.
Yes.
Mayor Edna DeVries.
Yes.
Motion passes.
Okay. The next item on our agenda is audience participation. Anyone in the audience is welcome to address the council. 3 minutes if you're representing yourself, 5 minutes if you're representing a group, and it can be on any subject, whether it's on the agenda or not. So with that, audience participation is now open. And is the sign-in sheet out there? Okay, so I don't know if everybody got a chance, but there is a sign-in sheet, so either before you testify or after, if you would sign the sign-in sheet, please. Okay, go ahead.
Do you want me to wait for the timer?
The timeout.
I'll just go on and on and on and on. Okay.
Are you on behalf of Chamber?
Yeah. But I shouldn't be long. I plan on a.
3 minutes.
Okay. Fair enough. Yes. Good evening, everyone. It is first of all, very nice to see all of you in the chambers tonight. It's been fun seeing you via Zoom, but it's also nice to see you present in the chambers. I'm here, Ailish Van, on behalf of the Greater Palmer Chamber of Commerce, and I'm here tonight to just say thank you to Deputy Mayor Linda Combs for your long-term service on the City Council, and I just wanted to let everyone know, if they didn't know already, Linda is one of those people that is always at our meetings. We could always rely on her to give us an update on what was happening in the city, what was happening in our community, and I just wanted to come and thank you from my staff, my board of directors, and our membership. Thank you for your service for our community for so long, and we appreciate everything that you have done. You're welcome. I also wanted to give a shout out to the clerk's office and the city for doing a great job with the election. I felt like there was a lot of information out about the election, and it was clear for people on voting for things. And I just felt the communication with the public was very appropriate and awesome this year. So I wanted to thank you for that, and I'm sure that you are both relieved that it is over. So that's all I have to say. I did a good job tonight, and thank you, and it's good to see everyone.
You're doing better and better all the time.
Anyone else like to address the council? Okay, come forward, Eugene.
Can you hear me okay? Okay. My name is Eugene Carl Haberman. I live in the Matsuo Valley. Follow the public process. When the public process is done appropriate, a decision made by the governing body is more likely in the public interest. Before I don't have time, tomorrow night you're having a meeting, and one of the items is Action Amendment 20-071, dealing with purchase of equipment, and it references equipment, voting equipment, and so forth. I strongly oppose it at this time, particularly when there's no place for public comment on that purchase. You continue to have a consent agenda at the beginning of the meeting. Several items are on there, and you continue to ignore what I say, is you need to provide a reasonable opportunity for the public to be heard, and this should have gone out for a public hearing. And what this is a reference to is voting equipment. Then I'll get to the election. I'm strongly concerned, it's not the first time I said this, Palmer Hill in Houston, carry a policy is that after the election is certified, the clerk will send out a letter telling those parties whose vote did not count. This is not right. What's not right is an opportunity for those people who did not have a vote didn't count to appeal it. Anchorage provides that opportunity. Okay, for years they've provided. It's getting weaker and weaker, but they have been doing it. There's also a election commission that I attend, and I go back to 2012, monitoring elections in Anchorage and so forth. So I am strongly concerned about that. Another thing I'm concerned is the time frame from Tuesday of the election day, and to only give to noon of roughly the Friday for mail to come in is too narrow a chance for ballots to come in here. This is not right. Also, Anchorage gives a longer time frame for that. So this is not the way to go, and I'm strongly concerned with an opportunity for the public to be engaged, to be able to question ballots that have been rejected, no appeal or whatever. And and I can't say that this election should be certified with these scenarios that continue happening. I observe elections. When I observe, I watch how things are operating. I'm listening too, but respectfully, generally, I keep my mouth shut. But I've noticed that I was in the meeting Friday, and others that were in the meeting from the public were basically using these units, and I was watching. But watching isn't how you find out what's going on. And I didn't like what I saw, respectfully. I don't have time to give you all the details. But I'd like to conclude with one last thing to say, with 6 seconds to spare. This wasn't the frontiersman. It says the election's over, it's been won. This is fake news because election is not declared over until you certify it, and that doesn't happen till today. So the frontiersman declared these people won. Well, these people did not win until you certify the election, and that's how it works. Thank you very much, and that's part of fake news. Oh, can I just compliment one thing?
Sure.
Okay. You do one thing that really stands out respectively, and that is you give a chance for the public to come in before you certify at this meeting. In Anchorage, they do the reverse. After they certify and all that, change seats, oath of office, then they're in the meeting, new chairs are up there, then they hear public comment. So I really appreciate that you go to that extent. Thank you very much.
Anyone else that would like to address the council on any matter, anything that's on the agenda, or anything you would like to call the council's attention to? Seeing no one, I'm going to go ahead and close audience participation. The next item on our agenda is the elections. Oh, okay. Yeah, go ahead. Thank you.
Is that okay?
Absolutely, absolutely.
Thank you, Madam Mayor. We did receive 4 letters today, or emails today, I did, that asked to be read into the record.
Okay,
So
great.
thank you, Madam Mayor. Meggie Obi Trammell, and I'm going to skip that says, please read this into the record. Dear Mayor DeVries and Palmer Council members, I would like to thank longtime council member Linda Combs for her service to our city. She has served her community tirelessly, and we are grateful for all of her time and commitment to Palmer. I want to congratulate newly elected council members Sabrina Combs and Brian Daniels. I am excited for Councilmember Combs to have the opportunity to serve her second term on the council. She has proven to be a valuable asset to our community, and I am very appreciative of everything she has done so far. I am very ecstatic to see a new face on the city council. I have been fortunate to have several conversations with Councilmember Daniels. He has a lot of passion and ideas for our town. He grew up in this community, and he is now giving back through public service. Councilmembers Combs and Daniels will help our great city as it continues to grow and evolve. I have such hope for the future of my town. Thank you to the mayor and all city council members to your continued work to the betterment of Palmer. Meggie Obi, Palmer resident. Janelle Gagnon. To the Mayor DeVries and Palmer City Council officials, I wish to submit my appreciation to outgoing Deputy Mayor and Palmer City Council member Linda Combs for her many years of service to the City of Palmer and the state of Alaska. I anticipate many continued years of service in multiple other realms for Ms. Combs. Recently re-elected Councilmember Sabrina Combs and the newest member of the Palmer City Council, Brian Daniels, many, many congratulations. It was a pleasure to support both campaigns, even if I could not vote in the election. My family is affected by the results of the Palmer elections because we live, recreate, shop, and support the City of Palmer through community endeavors and look forward to many more years of doing so. I love the quote, "Leaders do not create followers, they create new leaders." Everyone sitting on the council currently and moving forward are leaders, and I urge all of you as you govern for Palmer and as you make your way through the years ahead as citizens that you consider always that our young people who are currently ineligible to vote will sooner than we all realize become eligible voters, and they are looking to you and to other recognized leaders to demonstrate healthy democracy founded on respect for all people. I urge you all to encourage new leadership, not to seek followers, and create the space necessary during city council meetings and otherwise for all people to feel safe approaching their leaders and expressing their concerns and ideas. With respect and gratitude for your service to the wonderful city of Palmer, Janelle Gagnon. Amy Smith. To Mayor DeVries and the Palmer City Council members, I write to you today as a relatively new resident of Palmer. Having purchased a home within the city less than a year ago, I am still reveling in the many aspects of this small town that attracted me here in the first place. On top of that, I am delighted to have the opportunity to be an active part of this beautiful community by supporting candidates I believe in. I would like to give my enthusiastic congratulations to returning Councilwoman Sabrina Combs and first-time Councilman Brian Daniels. I am elated at your success, and I look forward to seeing how Palmer will develop and thrive under your added leadership. John Maxwell said, "Leaders become great not because of their power, but because of their ability to empower others." Already, through supporting their campaigns, I have felt empowered. I have felt unity. I have felt that I can make my voice heard. I can assist in shaping Palmer to be even more compassionate, more loving, more accepting than it is already. As change is inevitable, I want to help usher in an increase of positive change to this amazing community. Every interaction I have with council members Combs and Daniels adds to my confidence that their guidance and leadership will allow myself and all Palmer citizens to do just that. I also extend my gratitude to former City Council member Linda Combs for her hard work and dedication to this town. It is clear that she is committed to doing her best to support Palmer, and I am certain that her efforts will continue beyond this position. Again, congratulations to Brian Daniels and Sabrina Combs on your new and renewed position as Palmer City Council members, and thank you to Mayor DeVries and the entire City Council for your time and attention. Be well, Amy Smith. Terry Snyder. Hi, Norma. Just asked to be read into this meeting, tonight's special meeting. Due to ongoing safety concerns during COVID, I won't be able to be there in person to testify tonight's for the election certification. Thus, I am asking this be read into the record on my behalf. I would like to first thank the clerk's office, poll workers, and members of the canvass board for their diligence in making sure Palmer had a fair and smooth local election that was well advertised and communicated to the public. During normal times, this is a big lift, and this year, a whole new level of lift. Elections are perhaps the most important piece of what a functional government does, and their good work and dedication is appreciated. Congratulations to newly elected Councilmember Brian Daniels. I look forward to his fresh eyes, positive, and kind collaborative manner on the council. His small business experience as a worker and current owner in hospitality will be valuable. Congratulations also to Sabrina Combs on earning the voter support and being reelected. Ms. Combs' experience on the council and her strong community and municipal league involvement will provide a continued benefit to our city. A small but tangible increase in voter turnout is the biggest win for Palmer. Supporting passage of 4 ballot measures in these challenging times speaks well of the motivation for a better city for all ages. Thank you for your service, Terry Snyder.
Thank you. Okay, now then, the next item on our agenda is the election certification, including Resolution 20-027. What is the wishes of the council?
Madam Mayor, move.
Madam Mayor, move to approve.
Okay, it's been moved. Do I have a second?
Second.
Okay. All righty. So I think everyone has a copy of the resolution, including the results and the signatures there from the canvas board. Does anybody have any questions regarding any of that?
Madam Mayor,
Yes, Councilman Best.
thank you, Madam Mayor. The numbers all look good, based off of, what had been reported earlier. I do have a question, from my memory of my ballot and kind of the, I can't remember, what is the term of the, kind of the example ballot that's out there that, was on the state website. When it comes to the propositions, when I recall my ballot itself, it gave proposition like P1. It didn't give an explanation or a title to that, but yet in this Canvas Board certification report, it says proposition number P1 marijuana, proposition P2 fine for penalties. I don't recall those titles being on the ballot or in the example ballot. And I appreciate the clarification here, but I'm wondering if this is truly reflective of what, and I know it's a semantic, but it was commented on from some of the general public debate, when they seen the ballot, they were confused as to what each of the propositions were until you got down into the language. But it's interesting that it shows up here.
Okay.
And I don't know if I'm just recalling, not have noticed it before, but it was something that was brought up.
Okay, thank you. I think maybe the clerk can tell us what our code requires, or maybe Mike can tell us what our code requires for the ballot regarding propositions and referendums.
Well, to address this, the ballot does have the legislation in the title, and it does have in the title here these as noted. So it says referendum ordinance number 20-004. It does have that. The fine amount is explained a little differently on the ballot. It says resolution 20-011. It says penalties for violations. The Proposition P3, same thing, says term limits on there, terms of office on the ballot, term limits, and it does say utility revenue bonds on the ballot.
Right, but on, what does our code say regarding, should there be an explanation regarding, and how big should it be on the ballot? That's, I think that's what Councilman Best was asking. Is that what you were asking, sir?
No, ma'am, if I recall and I'll ask the clerk to, it's not a copy of the ballot that we had published out, a sample ballot maybe? If you can pull up the sample ballot that we had, or, and of course I can't see what you guys are seeing there. But the sample ballot that I have a copy of, where it shows, the city seal, notice of elections and the sample ballot, and then it would have, who was running, and then the propositions, and in those, it clearly states just in the top border, City of Palmer Proposition number P1, and it has a referendum, but it doesn't have the title like what we're indicating here in these top lines. Proposition
Okay.
number P2, fine for penalties, and it didn't have that kind of, and I'm just, it's not gonna make any difference in the vote totals or any of this kind of stuff. I'm just, trying to, build for next time as we inform voters and that they feel informed going into the ballot that we're, reflecting the same information and we're certifying they are on the same information as Paul.
Right.
Okay.
So,
For 2021, I will definitely make note.
okay, the
Thank
clerk
you,
is, clerk is gonna make note of that, okay? Anyone else have any other questions or comments regarding the resolution?
Madam Mayor, this isn't regarding the resolution, but can the clerk please move the camera
Yes.
back? I just can't see you guys.
Okay.
Thank you.
All right. Any questions, comments, amendments to the motion, anything? Okay, Madam Clerk, we're ready then for the roll call on the resolution.
Okay. Councilmember Joe Valerius,
Yes.
Councilmember Sabrina Combs,
Yes.
Councilmember Steve Carrington,
Yes.
Councilmember Richard Best,
Yes.
Councilmember Julie Berberick,
Yes.
Deputy Mayor Linda Combs,
Yes.
Mayor Edna DeVries.
Yes.
Thank you, Madam Mayor. Passes unanimously.
Okay. The next item on our agenda is council member comments. I'll go to the two online. Councilwoman Sabrina Combs, you have comments?
Thank you, Madam Mayor. I would just like to thank the citizens of Palmer for trusting me to run another term. I love sitting on this council and hope to do more work in the next 3 years. Thank you.
Okay. Councilman Best, comments?
Oh, thank you, Madam Mayor. I have a hard time hitting the mute button, sorry about that. I'd just like to, thank Councilwoman Linda Combs for her dedication to our community. She has been on numerous boards and, participated in so much within our community and on, with the city. I look forward to her many other activities that she's going to participate in and be involved in boards and community efforts and whatnot. I do not see this as a goodbye, as it will be to the next time. She often hears the calling from her heart for the city and the folks that live within our community. And she has helped guide us to this point as of such. So thank you so much.
Councilwoman Valerius, do you have comments?
Thank you, Madam Mayor. I would like to congratulate the clerk and deputy clerk for running a good election, and to Deputy Mayor Combs, thank you so much for the years of service, and I look forward to continuing to work with you, as well as I would anticipate that you'll still remain engaged. And congratulations to Brian, the newest council member, and to Ms. Sabrina to continue to work with you. So thank you.
Councilwoman Berber?
Thank you, Madam Mayor. I'm just going to reiterate what everybody has been saying this evening. Councilwoman Linda Combs, I too thank you for all your years of service, and it's been a pleasure working with you for these last 2 years. I know that you're going to continue to do great things for our community, and I look forward to seeing those. Congratulations also to Sabrina for winning another term on the City Council, and then welcome to Mr. Brian Daniels. I look forward to working with you on the council here, and I like this quote here that Janelle I want to read it again because I really like it. Leaders do not create followers, they create new leaders. That is something that I think is a neat quote, and I would strive to be that kind of leader. And I'm excited to have a new face on the council.
Councilman Carrington?
I too would like to congratulate Sabrina Combs and Brian Daniels on winning the election, and welcome back to Sabrina and welcome to Brian. And want to thank Linda for all of her various years of service. And I would agree with Councilman Best that this is not a goodbye. We'll see you around in various places, I'm sure.
Go ahead, Deputy Mayor Combs.
So obviously you realize that you're not gonna get out of cooking hot dogs for Palmer Pride. I am still the chairman of Palmer Pride, so for some time, and you're gonna be flipping those burgers and hot dogs. So, I was reflecting earlier today, and most of you know I got no problem with saying I'm just an old woman, you know, so, but, this makes this evening 20 years. 20 times that I have watched an election certified. Now, it doesn't mean that I've been behind this dais for 20 years, only 9 or 8.5, but it is so exciting to me to watch our community. Our community has progressed so much in the last 35 years that I've been here, you know, that it is exciting to me. So, but what has truly just had me jumping up and down basically was the election process this year. Not perfect, never will be, that's okay, nothing's perfect. But I was so excited to see how many improvements there were, how much education there was out there. My phone's been ringing off the hook, I'm getting messages left and right, and I'd say 3/4 of them are still people asking questions. And that's okay. I mean, part of me goes, oh geez, how can they still ask questions? But part of me is saying, hey, more people want to know. So, and that's a good thing, you know, that's a very good thing. So, obviously more education is going to be necessary. I've talked with the mayor about some ways the city can, you know, help approach it, and even I could do it as an individual, or I know I've talked with Brian about some ways to reach out to the community in that respect, because all those years ago, I want to say about 12 maybe now, that we were able to name and trademark Alaska at its best. You know, for so many of us at this dais, in this room, on that wall, and others, it's just imprinted in our hearts. And there cannot be a greater joy for anyone. So, thank you, everybody. No, I don't say goodbye.
Okay, Madam Clerk, the next item is yours, the administration of the newly elected officials' oath of office.
I'm going to go in alphabetical order. Sabrina, I emailed you your oath, so you should have that in front of you. Do you?
I do.
Okay, great. So, repeat after me. Raise your hand. Thank you. I'd like to see that. I, Sabrina Combs,
I, Sabrina Combs,
do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
to support and defend the Constitution
to support and defend the Constitution
and laws of the United States of America,
and laws of the United States of America,
the Constitution and laws of the State of Alaska,
the Constitution and laws of the State of Alaska,
and the Charter and ordinances of the City of Palmer,
and the Charter and ordinances of the City of Palmer,
and to the best of my ability,
and to the best of my ability,
honestly, faithfully, and impartially,
honestly, faithfully, and impartially,
discharge my duties and obligations as council member of the City of Palmer, so help me God.
discharge my duties and obligations as council member of the City of Palmer, so help me God.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
I'll talk to you after. Okay.
Brian Daniels, will you please join me in the front? Okay. passing it. Okay, I'll read it in a little shorter segment. She had it, Sabrina had it, Councilmember Combs had it in front of her, so, okay, I'm gonna have you hold that, because we want to hear your oath on the record, please. Go ahead and raise your right hand.
Okay.
Yeah, good luck. Here, let me hand you one
Juggle
more
all
thing
the
to
things,
hold,
yes.
right? Raise your right hand, thank you so much. I, Brian Daniels,
I, Brian Daniels,
do solemnly swear
to
support and defend
the
the Constitution and laws
Constitution and laws
of the United States of America,
of the United States of America,
the Constitution and laws
the Constitution and laws
of the State of Alaska,
of the State of Alaska,
and the Charter and ordinances
and the Charter and
of
ordinances
the City of Palmer,
of the City of Palmer,
and to the best of my ability,
and to the best of my ability, honestly,
faithfully,
faithfully,
and impartially
and impartially
discharge my duties and obligations
discharge my duties and obligations
as council member
as council member
of the City of Palmer, so help me God.
of the City of Palmer, so help me God.
Congratulations! So, you go ahead and join us at the table.
Yeah, I don't know if you want to put the chair there or you want to sit here.
Do you want to scoot
Do you
down,
have,
Councilmember Thornton?
or where?
Oh, okay, sounds good. We'll have him sit over here.
Oh, set him over there? Okay, all right, no problem, wherever.
I'm the clerk. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. Thank you, Madam Mayor.
Uh-huh. Okay. And Brian, do you have a copy of the agenda?
I'm not right here, but I can, yeah.
Okay,
Oh, thank you. Oh, thanks.
yeah. So you can follow along on what's going to be happening. So we are on item I on the agenda, the organization of the council. And attached to this then is the selection procedure for the selection of the deputy mayor and the alternate deputy mayor. So now I will open up the nominations for the deputy mayor. So, yeah, Councilwoman Valerius.
Thank you, Madam Mayor. I would like to nominate Sabrina Combs as deputy mayor.
Okay. Are there any other nominations?
Madam Mayor,
Councilman Best.
I'll nominate Steve Carrington.
Okay. Are there any other nominations? Okay. Seeing and hearing no other nominations, then I will say the nominations has been closed. And on this, it says that the mayor will, in alphabetical order, I think we've always had the clerk do that, but yeah. So after the nomination is closed, as I said, it says the mayor, but we have allowed the clerk to do that. In alphabetical order by last name, bring each individual nominee's name to the floor for a vote. And the nominee obtaining 4 votes of the council should be declared the winner of the election. So, Madam Clerk, if you will proceed, please.
So alphabetical order, I will start with Councilmember Steve Carrington and then move to Councilmember Sabrina Combs. And I do want to remind people you get 1 vote. So just keep that in mind as I go with Councilmember Steve Carrington. And I will do them.
Is this supposed to be alphabetical order last name?
Yes.
Yeah,
There's a couple people with B's.
no.
No, the only 2
the
nominations are
nominees.
Councilmember Carrington and Councilmember Combs is who we're voting on.
Okay, as a rookie, I apologize
That's
for
okay.
interfering and stepping on my foot.
Oh, stepping on my foot.
Yeah.
It's all good. But I will take the vote in reverse alphabetical order as we generally conduct. Is that okay, Mayor? Or would you like me to do it in alphabetical order?
You mean for the voting?
For the voting.
Okay, sure. Yeah,
Okay.
no problem.
So I will start with a vote for Steve Carrington as deputy mayor and start with Councilmember Jill Valerius,
No.
Councilmember Brian Daniels. Yeah.
No.
Councilmember Sabrina Combs,
No.
Councilmember Steve Carrington,
Yes.
Councilmember Richard Best,
Yes.
Councilmember Julie Berberick,
No.
Mayor Edna DeVries.
Yes.
So vote was 3 yes, 4 no.
Okay.
We'll move to the next, and in order to move forward, anyone has to receive the majority vote.
Right.
So we will move on to Councilmember Sabrina Combs. And again, I'll start in reverse order for vote and move up like we normally
Okay,
do.
Sure.
Okay. Councilmember Jill Valerius,
Yes.
Councilmember Brian Daniels,
Yes.
Councilmember Sabrina Combs,
Yes.
Councilmember Steve Carrington,
No.
Councilmember Richard Best. Needs
I'll
to,
make one vote.
yep, that's right, exactly. I was gonna say needs to be a no because he voted yes. He used his one vote to vote yes, that's true.
Yeah.
Thank you, Councilmember Best. Did that right. Councilmember Julie Berberick.
Yes.
Deputy Mayor is what we're voting on, and Mayor Edna DeVries. You
No.
voted yes. So that goes to 4 yes for Councilmember Sabrina Combs. She does get the majority to be deputy mayor.
Okay, okay. So now for the alternate deputy mayor, the election process is the same, so I will open nominations for the alternate deputy mayor.
Madam Mayor,
Yes, Councilman Best.
Oh, there's a
I'd
flyer.
like to nominate Councilman Carrington to be deputy.
Okay, all right. Are there any other nominations, Councilwoman?
Madam Mayor, I would like to nominate Councilwoman Berberick to
Okay,
be alternate deputy.
okay. Are there any other nominations? Okay, seeing none, then Madam Clerk, if you would go ahead and get the votes for the two nominees, please.
Right. So again, we will go in alphabetical order. So I will start with Julie Berberick, do reverse order vote.
Okay,
Do want to point out that you can either remain silent or no vote will just be considered a silent vote as you only get one vote for each. Does that make sense to everyone? Okay. So this is for Councilmember Julie Berberick. I'm getting all my notes here. Okay. Councilmember Jill Valerius.
Yes.
Councilmember Brian Daniels.
Yes.
Councilmember Sabrina Combs.
Yes.
Councilmember Steve Carrington. Councilmember Richard Best. Councilmember Julie Berberick.
Yes.
Mayor Edna DeVries. 4 votes were received for Councilmember Julie Berberick. She has gotten the majority to become alternate deputy mayor.
okay, all righty. Okay, then the next item is the record of items placed on the table.
We had resolution number 20-027 is our item placed on the table, and we did have written testimony that was read into the record, which will go into the permanent record.
Right. And are we going to, what about the magazine from the National Park Service? Do you consider that something? No. Okay. That was mail. Okay, okay. Mhm.
It's really cool though.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, it is, isn't it? Now, we're ready for council member comments, and this time I'll start in the council chambers. Councilwoman Valerius, do you have some comments?
Thank you, Madam Mayor. I think I actually kind of stated my comments. Linda, thank you so much for everything that you have done and continue to do for our community. And I'm really looking forward to us moving forward and can't wait till we do a planning session.
Okay, Councilwoman Berberick?
My comments were also already made, so thank you, Madam Mayor.
Councilman Carrington?
I'd like to thank the Robotics Club at Matsu Career Tech for providing me with this cool face visor.
Yeah.
And I was just gonna mention something for our new guy, Brian. When I first got on council, which was a couple of years ago, people asked me, why did you get on council? You're not a colonist, son. Why would you want to serve on the Palmer City Council? Which made me aggravated, and so therefore I made sure to run and continue running. But welcome, and don't be shy.
Okay. Councilman Best, comments?
Thank you, Madam Mayor. I'd like to welcome our newest council member. When people throw their hat in the ring to run for something, usually it's because they have a deep sense of community, much, like on council and whatnot, and they want to do good by their neighbors and whatnot. Oftentimes, you have to have thick skin. So I hope that Councilman Daniels is ready for that somewhat turmoil in one's life that you can't please everybody all the time, and it's a process. It's not pretty at times. It's cumbersome and clunky, but it's also public, and it's supposed to be not perfect, but with a desire to be better. And so I hope that he takes that to heart, that everybody is trying to do good, and that it is messy sometimes. Second thing is with having a new council member, if we could schedule up kind of a training session in our that we do with new legislators and new council folks. We kind of do it with the whole body, with the attorney, kind of go through some of the do's and don'ts and all that kind of stuff that we normally do. I look forward to that. It's always refreshing to have those discussions with the attorney Gavin, and I look forward to many more discussions.
Okay, I'm sure, do you have something already planned? Have you and?
Yes,
the attorney
Madam
talked
Mayor.
about it?
He will be in tomorrow to go over our orientation agenda, and I warned him it's not short. So I'm
Okay.
sure some remember, it's quite a bit of time. He has also, and Brian, please fill in the gaps here, but he is also will be signing up for the newly elected official training through AML
Okay.
and attending that, and said he'll make that priority.
Mhm.
And also the AML conference. We'll talk more about that tomorrow. So there's some good training, and there has been discussion, which we'll talk more in agenda setting meeting on Wednesday,
Okay.
as to the city attorney doing his Open Meeting Act presentation that
All of
we've
it,
done
all
in the
of us.
past.
Yeah.
Yep, with everyone.
Yeah.
So I
Okay,
think
good.
that will be a good presentation to see on a future agenda as well. I agree with Councilmember Best.
Okay,
We
good.
didn't have it tonight, but we'll have it in the future.
Okay, good. Okay, thank you. Deputy Mayor Sabrina Combs, comments?
Thank you, Madam Mayor. I didn't have an opportunity the last time because I was overwhelmed to thank the clerk's office for the amazing job that they did on the election this year. There's the amount of absentees and early voters was astounding, and I was just really happy to see people really exercising their different ways of voting this year, so thank you for that. Huge welcome to Brian Daniels. I enjoyed getting to know you a little bit better during this election cycle. I know we didn't know each other before, and it's nice to know you now, and it's wonderful to be able to serve next to you. So I apologize for not being here in person tonight. I'm down in Tennessee where it was warm, very warm, and I'm looking forward to getting back into Alaska. So thank you for tonight. Again, I apologize for not being there in person, but I'm excited to serve Palmer for another 3 years.
Okay. So with that, I will adjourn the special meeting.